What's going on, y'all? So want to do this video on bookkeeping and accounting for your cleaning business or franchise. I use QuickBooks personally and to do all my bookkeeping and stuff, but you can easily use Excel. It's basically the same thing. It's just QuickBooks is a little more fancier and they have a little bit more tools to make it look more professional in front of your customers. But overall, if you're just doing a franchise and you don't even have your own customers, probably no need to waste the money every month paying for QuickBooks. So if you do decide to use QuickBooks, make sure that when you put in your accounts, your customers, don't put in your individual accounts that you clean, because they're technically not your customers. Your franchise is. So put in your franchise company as your customer, and then put in the amount that they pay you every month as the amount that you're supposed to be getting income from. And so you want to make sure that you get your business account open, and with your business account you link it to your QuickBooks if you're using QuickBooks. If not, then you just use your business account and make sure you have a debit card for that business account, so that way every time that you swipe or buy something for your business, you can use the debit card and it automatically is tracked on your bank statement for tax time. If you don't link it to your account, then you just keep your bank statements every time they come in a month, whether you get electronically or manually through the mail. To just make sure you file it at home in a little file, all your bank statements showing all your purchases. And if you do it electronically, you can do it. I recommend that you do both. If you do it electronically, then you just make a folder for it on your computer and put it away like that. Also, as far as receipts go, do your best to try to swipe your debit card as much as possible, so that way you don't have to keep receipts. But however, sometimes you do have to use cash, or you might use another method, and you do have receipts. So if you do come across receipts, then just simply file those away in your file the same way that you do with your bank statements. All right. Also, they have apps out there that you can link to QuickBooks if you're using QuickBooks, and you can actually scan your receipts and all of that, and then file them electronically like that too. When you first starting your business, it's going to be very simple. You might feel like you're not doing enough, because that's how simple it's going to be when you only got a couple of accounts from your franchise or whatever, and then they're your only account inside your QuickBooks or your account software. Then you might feel like you're not doing as much, but it's really as simple. As you grow, it'll get a little bit more complicated, but really it's not a whole lot to do in the beginning. So just make sure you add it, update it every month. And how I do it is I actually, because I know all my percentages and everything down to the T for the franchise, so I actually send my statement, or send a what do you call it? It's not really a bill, I forgot what you call it, but anyway, I send the little statement over to my franchisor probably about 15 days before they even send me out the statement of how much I'm supposed to get, because I want them to know that I already know that I'm supposed to get what I'm supposed to get. And sometimes here and there I've been off, so I just adjust mine to fit theirs. And then a couple of times that ours didn't match, it was because they made a mistake, so I had to correct them. So that's a good reason why also you need to make sure that you're keeping good records and stuff. Now, as far as actually doing the taxes, personally, I do my own taxes. I use not QuickBooks, but TurboTax to do my taxes. But if you don't trust doing that yourself, then you can easily take it to any one of the tax people. What's the name of them? Liberty Tax and H&R Block. You can go to all of them. Just make sure that you have your files in order. Or you can go to a CPA, accountant, and all of that, and they can do it for you. It's really your own preference. I was already doing my taxes for a couple of years before I even started business, so I just decided to keep doing it myself. And I feel like I'm the one, I know my finances better than anybody else does, so that's the reason why I do mine. But you might not feel comfortable. And as a matter of fact, as I'm growing and I'm starting to get into the real estate side and all of that, I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable. So I've been thinking about actually hiring somebody to do mine as well, simply because now that I'm branching over into other income sources, there may be tax breaks and stuff that I could be missing. So But again, all it takes is a little research, and that's really what it comes down to. Sometimes you just don't have the time to do the extra research to figure it out, and sometimes you do. So early in my career, I did have the time to research stuff. Now I don't really have as much time as I used to research it, so now I can outsource and hire somebody else to do my taxes. But the taxes is very simple. Just make sure you keep good records. If you keep good records, then you can do your taxes yourself, or you can hire somebody to do them for you. And also remember, if you decide doing it yourself but you're a little scared, these programs online have help links for you, or they have 1-800 numbers you can call and have somebody walk you through, answer any questions. They got blogs. Probably every question that you have has already been answered anyway. But hope that helps. If you need more in depth, or you have a specific question about it, then feel free to ask me. But that should have been a decent enough overview to help you understand exactly how to do your taxes. It's simply keep a good file, keep your books in order. That's all it is. Make sure you keep a record of everything on paper, and file your documents, your bank statements, use your debit card when you can, and that's pretty much it. Also, one more thing: if you decide to hire, and if you pay employees, well, we'll get to that later. That'll be another video. But thank y'all for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking.